The 1960s, a decade of change, of hope, of turmoil. But in the shadows, a darkness grew. A spectre haunted California. His name, whispered in fear, was the Zodiac. He craved notoriety, reveled in terror. His weapon, a gun, a knife, and the chilling power of the unknown. The Zodiac Killer. His name became synonymous with fear, his actions a stark reminder that evil lurks even in paradise. This wasn't just about murder, it was about the game. The Zodiac toyed with authorities, with the public. He sent coded messages, cryptic clues, taunting police with his every breath. The Zodiac Killer embodied the darkest fears of a generation. He was a predator in the night, a puzzle begging to be solved. And for over 5 decades his shadow has lingered, a chilling reminder of the mysteries that remain unsolved. December 20th, 1968. A young couple, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday, parked on a lover's lane in Benicia, California. They were on the cusp of a new year, unaware of the darkness closing in. A car pulled up beside them. Gunshots, silence. Betty Lou and David were found dead, their lives brutally cut short. The police were baffled. No motive, no witnesses, no suspects. Just the chilling silence of a cold December night. This was no ordinary crime. This was the beginning of a nightmare. The murders sent a chill through California. Who could commit such a horrific act? The answer, as the world would soon learn, was far more terrifying than anyone could have imagined. Months passed. The memory of the murders lingered, a dark cloud over California. Then, in August 1969, a letter arrived at the San Francisco Examiner. It was the voice of the killer. "This is the Zodiac speaking," it began. The letter, filled with chilling details only the killer could know, sent shivers down the spines of investigators. He claimed responsibility for the murders of Betty Lou and David. But it wasn't just a confession. The Zodiac included a cipher, a coded message he claimed held his true identity. He demanded it be printed on the front page of the newspaper, or he would kill again. The public was captivated, horrified, and desperate for answers. The police, under immense pressure, raced to crack the code. The Zodiac had become a national obsession, his game a terrifying reality. September 27th, 1969. A young couple, Cecilia Shepard and Brian Hartnell, were enjoying a picnic at Lake Berryessa. The sun was warm, the air peaceful. They thought they were alone. They were wrong. A man approached them, his face covered by a bizarre hooded costume. He brandished a gun, his voice cold and commanding. He bound them, stabbed them repeatedly, and left them for dead. This time the Zodiac didn't vanish into thin air. He left a message on Brian's car door, a chilling calling card, a circle with a cross through it, and the date of the attack. Cecilia tragically died from her injuries. Brian survived to tell the tale, his account a chilling reminder of the Zodiac's brutality. The attack at Lake Berryessa sent shockwaves across the nation. The Zodiac was no longer a phantom, he was a monster in the flesh. October 11th, 1969. Paul Stine, a San Francisco cab driver, picked up a fare on a rainy night. It was a routine trip, or so he thought, but this passenger had murder on his mind. The man shot Paul Stine in the head, took his wallet, and calmly walked away. Witnesses saw him wiping down the cab, a chilling detail that would later haunt the investigation. The Zodiac, in a letter to the police, claimed responsibility for the murder. He even included a piece of Paul Stine's shirt as proof, a gruesome souvenir of his crime. The murder of Paul Stine was different. It was brazen, public, and seemingly random. The Zodiac had brought his reign of terror to the heart of San Francisco. The city was on edge, living in the shadow of a phantom killer.